What is up, guys? It is John, and this is Director's Cuts. Now, this one is a spooky one, and I'll go ahead and say, if you've not seen the original video of this, I highly recommend you go watch it. Of course, it's linked below, and if you're watching on a mobile device, it just popped up in the corner. Now, this place, man, I had seen the video. Everybody who knows about this place saw the original video. These kids came here to just explore. They're urban explorer. They're young kids, and they go into this place thinking it's just this abandoned mausoleum. Might see some creepy stuff, but they wound up finding a bunch of abandoned bodies, and it was graphic. I'm sure that video's floating around out there somewhere. It's not on YouTube anymore, but it, man, that was a tough one to watch. I won't explain details, but I'll just let y'all know it was graphic. Anyhow, we traveled down to Birmingham, Alabama for a weekend. Did a bunch of stuff, but this was kind of the highlight. I knew of this place. I didn't even know if you could get into it because I knew those kids had went in there, and no one knew the bodies was there. It just kind of was abandoned there. So they came in, obviously, and took the bodies and gave them a proper burial. But as you can see, they left all the coffins, and it's not pleasant to be around. I'm just going to say this was probably one of the hardest places for me to film, just because it was pretty intense. I mean, you'll see during this director's cut. And like I said, if you haven't seen the original, you have to go watch the original. We did have some, well, it seemed like paranormal activity. It sounded like people walking around in there and stuff. But in case you're not familiar with Memorial Mound, what this was, I don't know the names, but I know this gentleman developed this as a new way to have a memorial for someone. So essentially, you saw the one wall look like a normal, typical mausoleum, but you walk over here and you see all these racks, and that's where they would store the caskets and coffins. You see, there's a little coffin lift. They could raise it up, and there's an old coffin right there, which is very graphic in itself. But they would just stack them. They stacked them on these shelves, and some of them were in boxes like that. As you can see, there's still remains in these coffins. Like, look at that one. But what happened is they started leaking, because they thought, well, putting this underground, it'll keep the climate to where, they're not going to decompose as bad, and it'll be fine. But obviously it didn't work, and they did decompose rapidly, and the coffin started leaking. Thus they closed the place down and just kind of left it, bodies and all. And as you can see, there's still remains and stains in the coffins. It was very surreal at the time. I'm walking through here looking inside these, and I'm like, there's no way they left these here. Why did they leave these coffins here like this? But they did. And there you go. It was disgusting. I mean, look at that. That's human remains. That's awful. But as you can see, they just stacked them up there on the shelves. Now, this trip, I remember this weekend. It was cool. It was fun, but man, it just downpoured rain the entire weekend. I mean, just torrential downpour the whole time. Oh God, look at that. Please don't tell me I reached over and touched that and tried to open it. I think I did. Oh, it's a good thing I carry hand sanitizer with me when I travel. Oh, yep, he's opening it up. And yep, it had a body in it, obviously. So Tim touched it, I didn't. That's good. But it's just so haunting because, you know, you imagine how upset you'd be if you found out your loved ones was just abandoned like that, you know. I don't know exactly when this place opened. It has a very like 70s vibe to it inside, but not 100% sure. Ooh, we got blurry. But yeah, you can see it's just like normal mausoleum there, but it looks cheap, you know. It just looks like a half-assed attempt. You know, like somebody was trying to just... Now, did you see that? That was weird. Y'all... Okay, never mind. Tim had just went in there. I saw the curtains moving, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But that was just Tim had just walked in. But anyways, yeah, this place did not work. It didn't work. It was a big failure. And I still am just kind of in awe and shock that they just left all the bodies there like that. You know, it's a shame. It really is. But, you know, just to sum it up, this place was creepy. It's scary. I don't know if you can even get there now or not. I know they had the road leading in blocked off, but I was able to drive my car around this big boulder that was there and just drive right up to the front of it. And like I said, it was just pouring rain that whole weekend. I remember I went to Sloss Furnace and I just walked around. I was so wet, even though I had an umbrella. And I was able to keep the rain off like my camera and stuff. But it just downpoured the whole time. I'm planning sometime soon to pass back through this area. Probably won't go back here because I'll be by myself. But I will stop by the furnace again. I want to film it in the daytime. Be able to really explore that place and check it out. Because it's so cool. It's just such a cool spot. I have floppy disk. You can see just... Okay, yeah. There's things that bug me about my old videos. I used to use Movie Maker because I didn't know any better. And I've talked about this before. I complain about this almost every director's cut because it's before I got my current editing software, and I used Movie Maker because I didn't know any better, and that's what was available for free, which is all I could afford then. The transitions, man. You can't just cut from one scene to the next. You have to put a transition in on Movie Maker, or it looks weird. It acts weird. So the only ones that looked okay was the fade in and out ones. I didn't want to do like the stars dancing across, which I've done those before. If you go to some of my really old videos, you'll see some pretty funny editing. But I hate that, especially if I'm just showing like a 3 or 4 little second clip. It's fade in, out to it, then fade out and back into another one, and it just kind of throws you off. One video that it ruined, which I was really excited about, was I did a daytime video at Ruby, Arizona, and I was trying some new filming methods, like more still shots for a couple seconds, then transition to another shot, which would have looked fine on my modern software. However, on that Movie Maker where I had to keep transitioning it was hard to watch. The video did very well. Very, very well. And it's always those videos that I screw up somehow that does the best. Well over 1 million views. Way up there. Probably close to 2 million at this point. But, hey, it's whatever, you know. It was fun to make. And, you know, you learn. You grow and you learn. And that's part of the art of doing, you know, filmmaking or anything. Anything that's a creative outlet is you grow. And, you know, someone really wise told me that one time. Said, you know, don't be down because you're not, you know, because, you know, you look back on it and it's like, oh, crap. I can't believe it looked like that. Because you're growing. And if you if it looks the same now as it did 2 years ago, there's a problem. And that really resonated with me. And I focus on trying to get better as time goes, trying to do a better job with the editing and my style of filming. But right here at this point, we're hearing something. We're hearing strange sounds. I'd have to go back to the original video to hear, I think it was like some knocking. Sound like somebody, I know at one point it sounded like somebody was in the building. And I thought either maybe the police had showed up, or other people were in there exploring, or vagrants, which I couldn't imagine. If I was homeless, I think I would choose somewhere else. I don't think I could sleep in here where a bunch of dead bodies were just kind of decomposing at. I mean, I couldn't do it. And some people probably could. I couldn't. It'd just be too weird. You know what I mean? There's just no way. But very nerve-wracking being in there. You can see how wet him is there. He is just covered in water when we were outside. Yeah, it sounded like people was in there with us. And I thought initially other explorers, other people checking it out. Now, at some point, I would love to take some of my equipment in here and actually investigate this place. That would be cool. Not by myself, because it is kind of a sketchy area. Ooh, did you see that orb? That was cool. If y'all want to go back a little bit, an orb shot across the screen. It was bizarre. That was cool. That was a good catch. Good job, me. But yeah, Memorial Mound, man. Creepy. I miss exploring. I'm about to go on a trip in another couple months. I'm not going to give it away, but I will be going to explore in a place I've not explored yet. I'm excited. Well, I'll tell you guys where I'm going. I'm not going to tell you when yet because it's not fully decided, but I'm going to New Orleans to spend a few days. Got some friends down there, and I'm going to do some paranormal investigating, but I'm also going to kick it old school a little bit and do some old school just urban exploring. I've been dying to do that for a while, and I feel like New Orleans is a great place to do both, paranormal and urbex. So I'm going to be down there for a little bit, and I'll let you know when. I'll do all kinds of content of it. Everything will be contented. My vlog it for the second channel, and I'll of course have videos, nice videos for this channel here happening for it. That's gonna be fun. It's been a while. It's been really too long since I've been able to take a true road trip, and that's gonna be a good one. New Orleans I've always wanted to go spend some time there. I have friends there that are wanting to film together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And here we are. We finished Memorial Mound. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. You that watch this are the true hardcores, and I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so, and hit the join button and Patreon, all that. Bye!